Hello YouTube and welcome back to the Gunpla Network News. I'm your host, The Spicer, and huge shout out to Mark for covering for me last week. And we've got some of the most exciting news of the year to get to, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. Of course, starting off with those cute little guys, we have the high-grade Petite Guy Justice Knight Guy. Set to release in March of 2020 with no released price tag at the moment. This takes the standard Petite Guy and meshes it with the Justice Knight custom aesthetic. You're also going to get the lance and the shield and the backpack, as well as a painted head crest on the head. So if you like the Justice Knight design and you like the Petite Guys, this is going to be a must-have for you. We also have the SD Build Divers Re-Rise Valkylander set to release in November of 2019 for a price tag of 1,300 Japanese yen. This is the unique SD Gundam from Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise that not only has a Knight mode but a transformable Dragon mode as well. In high-grade news, we have the high-grade Build Divers Re-Rise Planet System Weapon set to release in March of 2020 with no price tag at the moment. This looks like either the upgrade to the Mars 4 unit as it's a melee mobile suit, or more likely this is going to be some kind of aquatic variant, as it does look like it's got some fins here and there and a harpoon gun. Either way, very cool take on the Earth 3, and it will be very exciting to see this in animation. Other high-grade news, we have the high-grade Build Divers Re-Rise Gundam G-Else set to release in March of 2020 with no price tag currently. This takes the G-Self and makes it very menacing. It has a black and red color scheme with all kinds of claws and fangs and sharp things all over the place. It's a very cool take on a somewhat bland looking mobile suit. Very cool, very excited to see this come out. Now, the announcement that came out of nowhere is the real grade Evangelion Unit 1 from Neon Genesis Evangelion, End of Evangelion, and the Evangelion reboot movies. Set to release in March of 2020 for a price tag of 4,950 Japanese yen, or if you get the deluxe transport set, you get that for 7,150 Japanese yen, which just comes with a different base and a couple of other accessories. This is incredibly exciting, as this is opening the real grade lineup to other properties, not just Gundam itself. This is much like what they did with the high grade Mazinger line to great success. So I'm very excited to see if we get the other Evangelion units, since they're pretty much the same body, and where else they take the real grade line. Maybe we'll get some Nightmare frames from Code Geass, or maybe something else, I don't know. But I'm very excited to see this, and this looks stellar. This is one of the best looking versions of the Evangelion Unit 1 to come out. In Master Grade news, we have the Master Grade Barbatos getting its release date pushed back to December, keeping its price tag of 4,950 Japanese yen. This information was leaked a little bit early. It wasn't 100% confirmed until recently, but it has been pushed back from November to December. Regardless, we still have the box art, and that updated release information in that box art looks gorgeous. If you're a fan of the Barbatos design at all, or Iron-Blooded Orphans, this is going to be a must-have and going to be the hot Master Grade of the season. In P Bandai news, we have the P Bandai high-grade Universal Century Slave Wraith Parachute Pack Unit, set to release in February of 2020 for a price tag of 2,420 yen. This is the Slave Wraith, which is based off the ground-type Gundam, with all of the accessories you would get with the ground-type Gundam, including that big old cool parachute backpack. So you're also going to get the machine gun, the beam rifle, the long cannon, the bazooka, 2 beam sabers, and the signature ground-type Gundam shield. Staying with the Slave Wraith core, we've got the Gundam Pixy Fred Reaver Use, the high-grade Universal Century P Bandai, set to release February 2020 for a price tag of 2,200 Japanese yen. And this takes the Close Quarters Combat Pixy Gundam, gives it a dark menacing paint job with gray, dark blue, and a dark purple with some white and red accents. It's got 2 beam machine guns, or small Uzi style machine guns, and the 2 beam daggers stored in its side skirts. This is definitely a close range mobile suit. Continuing the missing link here, we've got the P Bandai high grade Universal Century Efreet Dave Schneed Custom from the same storyline. With no release date or price tag announced yet, we just have a promotional image of this nice early Xeon purple, dark pink purple coloration with this giant heat axe, and it looks menacing. Definitely something you're going to want to pick up if you're a fan of Xeon mobile suits. Lastly, in P Bandai, we have the P Bandai high-grade Universal Century RX-124 TR6 Hazenflay 2 Raw, set to release in February of 2020 for a price tag of 6,490 Japanese yen. I'm very slowly getting used to saying that entire long name. If you're a fan of the Titans and any of their strange designs, or the very 80s influence of these designs, or you love Advance of Zeta, you're definitely going to want to pick this up, as this is from Advance of Zeta. You can't get any more Advance of Zeta than this mobile suit. Now for the top 5 builds of the week. In 5th place, we have Giancarlo Barbarino and Farewell. In 4th place, we have Tomasio De Giovanni in the Astaroth Custom 2.0. In 3rd place, we have David Frost and Anguish. In 2nd place, we have Thomas Phillips and his custom Barzam AOC. In first place, we have Kalini Ricardo and The Last Xeon Resistance. And that is it for this week's news. Of course, if you're just stumbling onto the Gunpla Network channel, be sure to check us out. We've got reviews. If reviews aren't your thing, we also have lore videos like my brand new Ships and Stuff with the Ptolemaeus from Gundam 00. Of course, don't forget to support us on Facebook and Instagram. Of course, over on Gunpla Network, where you can read all of my funny articles. And don't forget our Teespring store, of course. Our Teespring store is loaded with merch. Go feel free to pick yourself up a shirt, a mug, or a sticker. This has been the news. This has been the Spicer. Have a great day and keep on building.